Hello, welcome. Welcome. This is Monday, already here in Europe. Good morning or good evening to some of you. It's good to be back after the nice weekend. Yannick's, welcome. Hello. All right, let's start the show on a nice Monday. So, look at that. We have a nice new week opening gap already. Kind of interesting. But anyway, we have it. Kenny, hello. Thank you so much from Delaware. Welcome, man. Thanks for dropping in. Thank you for the likes. For the like. Bassam, hello, good morning. So, technically, Naomi, hey, good morning. A weekend was nice, it was good. I slept as much as I could. Yeah, was resting, sleeping on the couch, watching TV this weekend. Yeah. Ron, good morning. Hello, Ron. So technically, we took out the Asia high as well, by the way. So just saying, previous day high, aka Asia high, has been taken. Peep Daddy Trades, hello. Stay with the trend. He's saying, well, we should. I would love to go short, by the way. I know it's counter trend move, but let's look at the daily just for a second. Some interesting spots here. Look at that. Crashed out on Friday. Oh, lost both PAs. And Ron, don't worry, because we have a CPI week, and I think you can make it back. And if you want some Apex accounts, there's still an 80% sale, but I know you will make it back, Ron. So, and we all been there. And I'm gonna tell you a story myself. I also went on tilt on Friday, and one of my Apex accounts suffered also. Don't worry, it happens. I'm gonna do a recap about that. Nikolai, hello, good morning. Welcome. So this is the daily chart, and obviously we have a new week opening gap right here, and we have another one down here. So obviously I'm not saying that we're going down there right now, but maybe CPI is gonna take us there. Who knows? But we'll see. Farhad, hello. Welcome. Good to see you. So we might go down there. Obviously, this makes us wonder how far can the daily push? How far can we go higher? The nearest point here would be up there, 1,000 points up, at least 1,100 up there at 21,673-ish on the daily. And I don't see anything special if I look to the left on the daily. Nothing special. Now, if I look to the 4-hour chart, I still don't see anything special. Now, here we are. Price is right now somewhere around early March prices, and I don't see anything. Nothing attractive on this area here. Nothing. We have a fair value gap, that's true. Another one right here. So I guess we can put a possible sell side. Buy side liquidity. Where is it? A buy side liquidity marker at 20,720. So maybe that, but otherwise I don't see anything. So let's go down to the 1-hour chart and still look to the left. What do we have? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is an order block high. So let's just mark. Okay, that could be an interesting one. Okay. Now this makes it interesting. This 720 is actually a bearish order block high 1 hour. Okay, so That could be interesting. It's not a perfect one for sure, but it is a valid order block because it takes liquidity from this small gap here, this small gap, pushing down, shifting structure, so that makes it a valid 1 hour gap here. I mean, gap, 1 hour order block. And so this is interesting. I would call it supply area. Okay. So that could be a possible draw on liquidity. How far are we currently? We are currently 160 something points away. It's not much. I mean, it's doable. Look at that. It's absolutely doable. And it's still Monday. Namat, hello. Namat Shams, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. So if I go down to the 15-minute... Vivian, hello Vivian. Nice to see you back. So we have an Asia low. I put my Asia low down here. I know some of you guys are using these levels, which is fine. I'm using this, the 441, as possible Asia low. So I would call this. Question remains, are we going to go higher to 720? Or are we going back down to this new week opening gap? It's 373.75 down here. Okay, new week opening gap high. So let's just put it there. Let's put it to the top, and this one is going to be the low. Top. All right. So we still have this area, lots of places to go. Actually, now that we checked out this 720 level, it kind of interests me. And actually, I'm going to put a date there so you guys can check it as well. This one is from the 6th of March, 10 a.m. So that's a New York AM session right there. That makes it even more interesting. So the 6th of March, 10 a.m. candle hourly. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna leave it here. Okay. Okay, it's better. So that makes it interesting. A little bit. A little bit. When did MyFundedFutures add the buffer zone to starter accounts? Did they add the buffer zones? Joel, they moved my drawdown to beginning. Oh, there it was always there, Vivian. It was always there. So if you request a payout, after, I mean, Green, hello, good morning. So first of all, I mean, we have 5 days. I mean, we need 5 days above $100 with the starter account, right? So for example, your balance goes up to $51,000 because you made obviously a $1,000 there, and obviously within the $1,000 you have 5 days above $100. Now you decide, for example, to request $500 from that. but your drawdown as a penalty is going to move to $50,000 plus 100. So they are doing the same thing as Top Step. It was always like that since the beginning with the starter account. They are moving the drawdown to $50,000 plus 100, so $50,100. That's why we talked about this a few times. If you are doing a starter account, it's always a wiser decision to maybe, you know, push it higher. Now I didn't do that the last time. So for example, me, the last time I requested $1,074 from my starter account because that was the total profit. But I was in drawdown in terms of business expenses with MyFundedFutures, so I decided that I'm going to cash out from my starter funded account because I buying a starter plus account. And so I cashed out. They put my drawdown to I took out the money and my balance was at 50,100, so I just pushed the button once and the account was blown, boom, because of the commission instantly. So that's what happened. So I have to keep that in mind with the starter account. They are doing the same thing as Top Step does. They're moving the drawdown. So maybe it's better if you want to keep the account to push it all the way up to at least like 52,000, like $2,500 ish in profit. I think that's a good area to go there, to push it until like 2,000, 2,500 if you want to take the first payout, because yeah, you need some bigger room there. Marco, good morning. That's how the starter account operates. I mean, not specifically a penalty, but that's how they do it. That's how they do it. So now we have these levels, by the way. New week opening gap, Asia low, and everything. I remember a time when that wasn't the case. Maybe I don't know, maybe you're right. As long as I remember, and my memory is like made of Teflon, the way I remember it was always like that with the starter account. But maybe you're right. I don't know. Flushy, hello, good morning. Yeah, so we have these levels. I wrote it here, everybody who's just tuning in. We have a potential buy side as a bearish order block high. Actually, I'm going to write it down. Order block high slash supply zone. Supply zone high. Order block high, supply zone high on the 6th of March, 10 a.m., 1 hour candle. So if you guys are rewinding the chart, you're going to find that 720.50 on the micro. I don't know how much is that on the mini. Maybe it's not exactly 20.50, but it's somewhere around the same area. Kate, hello. Yeah, shorts are, it could be looking good. Now, if I look at the big picture and if I zoom out, and if I'm looking at the 1 hour chart here, I like this area. I don't know, but I just kind of fell in love with this area here. I know it sounds stupid, but I'm crazy. What a rejection here. I think this here, the more I look at it, the more I feel like let's check it on the mini as well. Let's check it on the mini. Here it is on the mini as well. The high on the mini, 719.25. So I'm gonna put it there. I feel like something is, it's still not, this is not finished yet. So careful with the shorts. 19.25 was on the mini. NQ. So just keep that in mind. 719. Too many text here. I know, too much text. $719.25. I have a feeling that this is it. 720. It's not too far, and it's Monday only. Look at that. Only like less than 170 points. 2% plus. You think shorting is a good idea? I don't know. I don't know. And the more I look at this level as well, like this 720-ish area, the more I think that hold the horses with the shorts. It could be a tricky one. So let's just keep the focus and keep the spirit alive. I have a feeling that the move is not done yet. The move is not done yet. We might be heading to the 720s. I need to have a plan here for some of these accounts that I have. I might gonna try something here. I need to create a copy trader. I don't know. No, that's not it. Deleting that. Okay. I need to create. Okay. Okay. We have it. Okay. Slowly going down on the 1 minute. I mean, kind of shifting structure here. Okay. All right. Kind of shifting structure. It is. So, picked up liquidity from down there. Still not sold on the idea that we're gonna go short. I don't know. Although this is basically a classic market structure shift with the fair value gap, obviously it could work out on the 1 minute, so it's up to you if you want to do this. There was actually another one just before 2 a.m. another one right here. So in terms of fair value gaps, I would say this could be still valid. I don't know. I don't know. Gold is slowly edging higher. Just a very quick look on gold. Wow. Gold futures, what the hell happened? Seems like we just made a gap as well. Okay, there. It's not too often that we see a gap like this one on gold. So it might just gonna close it as soon as possible. It's definitely gonna close it, of course. Just saying. It should be closing the gap. Okay, so yeah. Gold, new week opening gap. And buy side liquidity 32.95.5. Knock yourself out. We have a lot of things, a lot of space to go up there. And just look at that NQ. NQ just turning up, turning direction here. Ellen, hello. Ellen Arcia, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Man, this is so bright here. I have to put the rollerblades a little bit lower. Now it's too dark. I might have to put on the lights just a second. Maybe a little bit better, not sure. A little bit, not too much. Jake, bend over. Good morning. Hello. Methodical. Is he here? Is Methodical Man here? He was streaming, maybe. Was he streaming at the open? Good to see you, Jake. All right. Just mentioning, yeah. Shout out to Methodical Man. He might be sleeping now. Let's see what is going on. Man, what is going on with this? What is going on with this one? That fat dude is sleeping. Well, he's not fat. I'm the fat dude, man. I have man boobs, actually. I'm not proud of it, but I'm working on the solution. Yeah. Yeah, 40 minutes until the fun begins. Let's see. NQ definitely acting out weird. I'm gonna delete this because it's a distraction there. I can kind of imagine that this one goes up for the 700s. So be careful with the shorts. Weekend was great. Actually, I was just, you know, sleeping as much as I could. The previous few weekends was like running all over, like driving, taking. I mean, obviously we were down in Croatia. We were having a good time, but you know, I was super tired when we got home. And yeah, but now this weekend I said, I'm just gonna lay down to the couch, put on some Netflix or whatever. I don't even care what's in the TV, and I'm just gonna sleep on the couch all day. 15-minute looks bearish. I mean, yeah, this candle traded. I mean, this is just, yeah, created a bearish engulfing thingy right here. So if this would close like this, that could indicate a possible drop on the 15. Yeah, longs have to be careful, especially now. Yeah, the 15-minute created this bearish engulfing candle formation. So gotta be cautious here. Juno, hello. What up? Good to see you. I feel like gold should go higher, by the way. I'm tempted to jump into a long position. I'm tempted to jump into a long position on gold as soon as it confirms it. Look at this. NQ. Wow. Okay. Where is this? That. Okay. Wants to go higher. Have you heard about the interplanetary trade treaties? If you're referring to the China deals, I was reading some headlines, but I don't know anything about the details. No monthly fees? What do you mean by that? Oh, by with day traders, yeah. I mean, if that's what you're referring. Yeah, I mean, no monthly subscription with FUNDEDNEXT futures. Yeah, sorry. Day traders and FUNDEDNEXT futures has no monthly subscription, so only one-time payment. So FUNDEDNEXT and day traders are doing the way like this, like no subscription required, only one-time payment. So for example, with day traders, one-time payment of $37.90, you get a 50K account plus activation fee whenever you pass it, which is $130. So, but still, I think it's a good price. $37.90. Yes, 130. Yeah. 100 with the funded futures. Well, no, FUNDEDNEXT futures, there is no activation fee. It's built in the price, but it's more expensive. I think it's like $190 or $200 altogether. Like only one-time payment, no activation fee, nothing. But it's like, I think with even the discount link, I think it's like 190-ish. Yeah, I mean, if you compare it with Apex and Bulenox, like Apex has $148 activation. Bulenox has Bulenox has 148, Apex 130. But if you compare it, it's like technically better if you compare this price with Bulenox and Apex. That's why I put it out there. 90% off, and it's ending today, by the way. It ends today on Monday, midnight Eastern Standard Time. So this is the last day of this discount. So I think it's absolutely a good price. No, on Bulenox currently, let's see, the sale on Bulenox is, whoa, David Pesquet. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome. Yeah, 17 euros. Currently, the discount is 83%. I'm going to let you guys know exactly. So currently, $29.75. So technically, $30. So this is more expensive with $7.90. But there is no monthly fee. With Bulenox, if you don't pass the first month, you have to pay for the second month as well. This is just one-time payment, so it's not a big difference. Dan R, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Good to see you. Day traders. It's DAYTRADERS.com. You don't see it because my screen is cropped, but DAYTRADERS.com. You see it in the description of the stream or somewhere in the chat. Streamlabs is spamming it all over the place. Maybe you'll find it. DAYTRADERS.com. Daytraders. I mean, for this kind of money, it's not a big deal. And I already got a payout from DayTraders. Just saying, if you're asking, I can proudly say that I received a payout from DayTraders, and everything was okay with them. And of course, I know a very good discount code. As usual. Well, it seems like we're just hovering here in this area. What the Forex? Hello, welcome. Doing great. Get your Apex account to payout stage. Nice. And discovered Cyprus is on the no trade region. What? What? Oh man. Well, I'm using multiple prop firms right now. I'm funded with Apex, Bulenox, Take Profit Trader. I don't know. I mean, Funded Futures Network. I have funded accounts with. What would I recommend? Man, you know what? As for restricted countries, Bulenox has a very tight list. There is no, I mean, if you're looking for cheap upfront costs, and let me check. I would say Take Profit Trader with the no activation fee promo right now, because the daily payout thing is the best in the whole industry. But there is a restricted countries. Let me check it. So with Take Profit Trader, there's no Cyprus here with Take Profit Trader. So you're good with them. Nothing on Take Profit Trader on Cyprus. And I'm 100% sure that that Bulenox has also no restrictions, but I'm gonna check it. Trick Biscuit, hello. What's that prop firm you just had on the screen? The one with the sale ending. That's DayTraders. Today is the last day, at least that's what they said. $37.90, one-time fee, no monthly subscription required. plus $130 activation whenever you pass the account. So obviously if you fail the account, there's no way to reset. You just have to buy a new one. So one-time fee only with day traders. And obviously my favorite is Take Profit Trader, because you can definitely, I mean, you can do pretty much anything you want on Take Profit Trader. Can I use TradingView on Ninja and Day Traders? They only have Rhythmic, so you can use Ninja. It doesn't have to be Quant Hour. With Ninja Trader you can connect to Rhythmic, but they only have Rhythmic connection. But yes, Ninja Trader is, or can, I mean, Ninja Trader should be able to connect to a Rhythmic server, as far as I can tell. Doesn't know what they're doing. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Funded Futures family. I'm only with Funded Futures network. Hey, Fresh Delgado, what up? Yeah, you're welcome. What the Forex? So I would say try out Take Profit Trader, or let me check it. Let me check Bulenox for you. Supported and restricted countries on Bulenox. Okay, nothing there. No. No. Allowed countries. Let's see. So with Bulenox, these countries are, list of restricted countries at Bulenox are these ones. And there's no Cyprus here as well. So Bulenox and Take Profit Trader lets you to trade with them. At least based on their website, there is nothing about Cyprus. So you should be good. Okay, oh, sorry. So you're good. You got approved for Apex payouts, waiting for the approved to change the. Let's go, Raj. Man. Raj, congratulations for the recovery. I know you'll make it. Nice one. Good job, Raj. Ellen, hello. Nice to trust. What to recommend me doing withdrawing 175 trading days. The issue is I would leave 500 discussion. So your first time on an XFA with Top Step. That's a tough question. Tough question because I don't know. You know, I would ask you, what is your trading style? I mean, what is your strategy? How much you risk? What is your experience so far? How many payouts you took out ever? When did you start trading? So there's like multiple questions that needs to be known, and not even then I could give you a possible answer, and I really don't want to nudge you in any direction. But you know, since it's your first time, so let's assume that you're new and it's your first time on an XFA. You know, I would take as a positive experience if, I mean, you did Cusco 1 minute. Okay, so what I would do, Ellen, because you're fairly new in the game, I mean, you need to get some positive experience and you need to feel some money on your account. So I think I would take it. My first ever payout was also from Top Step. My first ever payout from prop firms was from Top Step. My account was up $1,600, and I took out $800. And obviously, after I took out the money, the account was blown. So not a big surprise on that one. but I had a very good day. I made a few $100, so I pushed it up to 1800 and I took out the money. But still, when the money hits your bank account, and especially when you buy something with that money, let it be just some food or groceries, whatever, if you just fill up your car with gas or whatever. But when that specific amount of money hits your bank account and you spend it to something, then you will really get your brain is going to rewire itself, and like you're gonna feel it like, okay, this is it. I actually I bought something from that money that I got paid out with from a prop firm, which is a super awesome feeling, especially if you're new. So if I were you, the feeling is actually very good. I would take out the money. I say it now, but obviously it's your decision. When the money hits your account, don't spend it all on evaluation accounts at first, okay? Buy something for yourself or go for it. I always tell this to everybody. Buy something, buy whatever. Food, clothes, whatever you like. Go to the movies. Okay? That's going to make you feel awesome. And it's going to charge you up, and you know, that's what I would do. But we'll see. You're welcome, Raj. Congratulations again, Raj. Nice recovery there. Nice recovery. Genevieve, hello. DayTrader platform, they only have rhythmic connections, so you can use Quantower, NinjaTrader, ATES. I think you can connect to ATES platform, and obviously Rhythmic Trader Pro, which is very bad, but yeah, you can use these ones. So NinjaTrader is free, Quantower is free. I think ATES is free. I never tried it. I think someone told me it's free. Not sure. So yeah. But if you guys like the daily payouts, I would encourage you to try out Take Profit Trader. KK Trade, hello, good morning. Good morning. Well, we're not moving anywhere from here for now. We are pretty much just hovering at the same area. Slowly getting higher to the 600s. No entry. Yeah, be careful with the short positions here. Yeah, it's risky. That's why I have that level up there. Robert, hello. Good morning. Yeah, I wish you the same too. Let's have an easy start. Insights for Swiss yen? I never really traded Swiss yen, to be honest. Not even in my Forex days. So I don't even have it on my charts, but we can look at this. Swiss yen, I'm going to use Forex.com. That's good, right? Swiss yen. Oh, wow. Okay. It's 4 hour. Well, daily. Too much sideways action going on. It still looks bullish for me, by the way. Kind of looks bullish. Kind of a breakout on the daily, going higher. 4 hour. I mean, the way the 4 hour and the daily looks, it looks bullish. Like it wants to just break up that 176.20. I would be careful with the short positions. That being said, there is lots of trend line liquidity resting here. There is a bullish order block. Okay, I may take it back. Bullish order block. That has been mitigated once. Might gonna go down. But here's my problem with Forex pairs. Is that the distance is so narrow, especially in London session. Like look at that, it's only 5 pips here. 10 pips. And the spread is like crazy, and the slippage, I don't really like it. So it's hard to say. There's lots of trend. I'm not trading trend lines, but there's definitely a lot of trend line liquidity resting below here. And there's an order block to the left, which is not a significant one, but there's another one to the left. So short term, maybe short, but big picture seems like going higher. I don't have an entry here that I would go with. I don't know how it behaves, how it acts around in London and New York, but I never ever traded Swiss yen. But short term, maybe short, picking up liquidity below that trend line. That's what I think. Let's get back to NQ. Casual, hello, good morning. Good morning. How's it going? There's no entry here. By the way, with Apex, I got approved for a payout myself, but only a small one because only a small payout, and I'm still pending on a $2,000 payout. So here it is. I got approved for $564, and as you can see, I requested it on the same day. So that's been approved, and I requested $2,000 from my oldest account. This would be my 5th payout request from number 56. And I received, as you can see, from number 56, 3 payouts already. 1074 once, 1096 twice, the second time, and third time 1530. And as you may know, after the third payout, you can request from the safety net. So I requested it, $2,000, and it's still pending. Oh yeah, and this one is blown. This one is the blown account. But it says it's still active. Oh no, it's not active. Sorry, this is the blown account. So I requested it last week, and after that, this was blown. So I also went crazy on Friday. This one is still active. You're welcome, Genevieve. Jazz, good morning. You're not late. Nothing has happened. No entry or nothing that we can go with. I was looking into short trades, but if you look on the 1 hour chart, and I'm saying this to anyone who's new in the stream right now, that if you look to the left on the 1 hour, now I switch to the 1 hour, and I'm scrolling to the left, the 6th of March, New York AM session, 10 a.m. Look at this, picking up liquidity and then shifting structure to the downside. Now this created a bearish order block, textbook order block, I must say. And this just created here a bearish order block high and the supply zone high. On the mini, it's 719.25. On the micro, it's 720.50. Now I think that's the draw on liquidity. I would say that is the draw on liquidity right there. I'm not jumping into long positions, not yet. Although I'm tempted to. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we can try one. Why not? Why not just try one? Why not try one? An evaluation account. Small size, 1 micro. We only live once, right? And there's no sequel. So I jumped into a long position on an evaluation account. Actually, 2 evaluations on Funded Futures network. Sorry. Yeah, right here. $719. I want to see this go. I'm gonna take profit at 714.75, and my stop is gonna be somewhere just above 500. Kind of a swing position. So there you go. I have a long position. Only on evaluation accounts because I fell in love with the 720. Big block up at 600. I'd go there. Camille, hello. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you, Camille. How's it going? How are you doing today? Oh, home from the gym. All right. Hey, awesome. What can type? Well, driving is most important. That's what matters. Gotta be careful. Trading and driving. Not trading, but typing. By the way, that reminds me of a quite interesting law here that we have in my country. I guess you guys have it as well. Like, you cannot hold a cell phone in your hands while driving. That's how the law says it. Like, specifically, these are the words what the law is saying here in my country. You cannot hold a cell phone in your hands while driving. This is by the book, as I said. You cannot hold it in your hands. Okay. Now, even if you're just watching the GPS navigation on your cell phone or whatever you do, you cannot hold it in your hands. But yeah, exactly, Ron. Exactly. Same here. Same here. About 120 euros if you hold the phone in your hand. Now, on the other hand, because I got fined by police like years ago about this because they caught me holding the phone. And I looked into the law, and I was asking the police officer too. And it has to be hands-free or attached. Yes, yes. 430 euro in Netherlands. Wow. So guys, look at this. We broke structure. Maybe short. Yeah, maybe. The 1 minute broke structure, that's true. Be careful, London Open is here. So, that being said, I asked the police officer, Martin, good to see you, by the way. So, I asked the police officer about this. And guess what? I cannot hold a cell phone in my hand, but if I decide to eat a sandwich while I'm driving and I'm eating my sandwich, that is okay by the law. If I'm drinking like Coca-Cola or whatever, any kind of drink while I'm driving, like holding the steering wheel and I'm just drinking my cola, that is fine, completely okay. If I'm having 2 Big Mac sandwiches in my hand, or like an extra Whopper from Burger King and I cannot see anything from the road because I'm smashing the hamburger into my face, that is okay by the law. That is completely fine. So if you are eating while you are driving, that is fine. That is perfectly okay by the law. Here the same in the Netherlands. Yeah. So it's very strange. You can eat your sandwich and drink while you drive, but if you hold your phone, you're done. Exactly. Phone takes your eyes off the road. That's what the police officer told me, because the phone is taking your eyes off the road. But I was saying, what if I'm looking at what I'm eating and I'm looking which, because the hamburger is like having all that juicy, like the sauce and everything, coming out from like it's very hard to eat it. So you always have to watch your hamburger while you're eating it while driving. So you have to keep your eyes on your hamburger too. But that's okay. The police officer told me, yep, he understands. He completely agrees what I'm saying. But by the law, I can eat a cake if I want to while I'm driving. So I can hold a huge cake in my hand and I can just put my hand in the cake and I can eat it if I want to. That is completely okay by the law. No problem. But the cell phone, you're done. It's your attention. I know, Sorel. I know. It's your attention. That's what the police officer told me too. It drives away the attention from driving, obviously. But still, it's kind of an interesting scenario. So, like, anyway, just activated your 5th PA account ever. Negative 400 euros this month. Don't worry, Ron. You're gonna scale it up. I know you will. In front of 20,400 overnight. Let's go, Wander Johan. Nice. From 400, man. You have diamond hands. Oh! What the... I have to show you guys my funded futures. Where is it? Here's my trade. Here's my trade. Hello. Here's my trade. What is going on? TP. Oh my god, my screen, my monitor. What the hell? It just went out of my... Anyway, it's on the wall now. What the hell was this? Jesus. What is going on? Anyway, that was a good profit. What the hell? What the hell? What the heck was this? How much was this? In ticks, almost 1,000 ticks. In price, what? 240 points. And I don't know what the hell is going on. I told you guys I already put this on my Funded Futures network evaluations. I made 200 and with one micro, guys, one single micro, $283 on this one, and also $283 here. So that was a good one. Unfortunately, it wasn't on a funded account, but hey, for London session, I take it. Oh my god. What the heck happened here? Okay, so we took out the supply zone. I will now need to lose some money. 4K profit. Raj, 4K profit, don't lose it. Raj. You have to make a big decision here, Raj. Because what if you just keep continuing to trade until like 12K? I don't know, man. But hey, congratulations. I mean, really, you can make a decision to keep it. Now you have a good buffer. And a good buffer is always a very positive experience. You know, you can actually have lots of more freedom to go with. China to lower tariffs on US goods 10%. Oh, for 90 days. Okay. Nice. Up 3.26. Yeah. That was a nice move. The candle just actually busted my ceiling here. Kurt, welcome. Yeah. Yeah, China put down the tariffs to 10% on goods and services, I think, something like that. Oh, goods. Okay. Yeah, goods. From 125, they put it down to 10. Yeah, maybe. Let's and I was saying, like, I don't see anything special on the upside now. The game is changing. What about gold? Oh, gold just took a... Oh, look at that. Where is gold? Okay, gold just shit the bed here. Look at that. I think it's just gonna take out previous day low. This is yeah, Friday PM session low. It's gonna take it out. Yeah, gold pooped the bed. If I want to get payout, I need to bring that down to 20%. Consistency was down 1K on all PA, now up to 3Ks. Yeah, thank you for trusting the long position, but yeah, I mean 20%, which prop firm is that you have 20% consistency there? I thought you're doing 30% consistency maybe. Everything jumped. Nice. Bitcoin is pumping up, yeah, almost at 106. What a pump here in London, baby. In London. I don't know what to do now. Actually, I don't know what to do. After a move like this in the London Open, TRADEIFY. Okay, 30 per Apex. So Apex ones are good to go. Okay. Yeah, so Apex are good to go. With TRADEIFY, yes. Well, yeah, with TRADEIFY with the 20%. I got it. I get what you mean there. Yeah, maybe with TRADEIFY you have to do some losing trades. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's up to your profit goal, obviously, at the end. But man, I'm still like that. This supply zone / order block high has been taken out, and really, if I go back to the daily, I don't. Let me get this off. So I don't see anything here that I like. Anything. Maybe there's a swing high somewhere at the 900s to the left. I don't care about the upside currently, not even a slightest. I don't want to go long, especially after this boner candle. So I'm not sure. So I'm gonna focus a little bit more on gold, because there's no way I'm entering a long position. No way. So we can talk about everything, but I'm not entering a long trade on this one. I'm just gonna wait. And what's happening on gold? Okay, gold took out previous day low, and now I'm not gonna go short on gold as well. Actually, let's check it. Nothing. Relative equal lows, so it's gonna, I think it's gonna dump lower. We have relative equal lows. 3208.7, 3209.4. I'm gonna put it to 09.4 as sell side liquidity. Okay. Yeah, I just can't. I can't. Let's go back to NQ. Oh my god, it's pumping. We're going to the 900s now. I'm not jumping in, no way. If you guys want to risk it, there could be a pullback any second. If you guys want to risk it for 900, up to you. From this area, this could be a pure gamble to the upside. What do we do? We hold up here? Well, I don't think we're gonna hold up for too long. Maybe we're gonna test at 900, but I am expecting a turn to the downside, but maybe not in this London session, is what I think. Maybe not in this London session. Maybe not today at all. Maybe it's gonna just be tomorrow or Wednesday. Crew jumped. Took a FOMO long and he played. Let's go, Chaz. We all know when the gambler is on the shoulders there. But yeah, at least it worked out. F this. Had a PA blown. Camille. Dude, how did that happen? Did you enter to a short, or you tried to quickly short the pullback? Oh, sorry about that, Camille. Man, I'm sorry. Chess now have FOMO exiting. Don't have FOMO. If you enter a trade here, my gut feeling, by the way, tells me that 900 is on the horizon. But I'm not jumping into this. Shenanigan, hello. China lowered the tariffs for 90 days for 10%. Basically, that's what happened. Activated it Friday. Oh, I see. Man, sorry to hear that though. I'm actually thinking where this one can go. Yeah. Oh man. Camille activated it Friday. 3 micro went from negative. Oh man. I'm sorry to hear that, Camille. But hey, we have CPI week, so there's still lots of opportunities. Yeah, exactly. Or that's why I mean, I know I was only in with 1 micro, but even if I were in on a funded account on this trade, like, you have to predetermine your risk. Like, I was in with 1 micro and I couldn't be in with less of a position even on a funded account. So yeah, I know it sucks. Sorry about that. Do they have activation fee? Bulenox, yes, they have $148 activation fee. Take Profit Trader and MyFundedFutures, on the other hand, they don't have activation fee. Obviously, the price is a little bit higher, but they don't have activation. China will come out with a different number at 9. Oh man, that's gonna be interesting. No news on Forex Factory. Let me check on. Yeah, here it is. On Financial Juice, you can read about it. Financialjuice.com. If you guys don't know, it's a free website. You can also register for no advertisements and faster news, maybe, but it has everything. US and China meeting, parties will establish a mechanism to continue discussions about economic and trade relations. Removing the modified additional China statement. The US will retain remaining rate 10%. Okay. This will modify the application. Okay. The US will modify. Okay. China to change tariff rates by May 14th. Interesting. What is that? US tariffs on China to include. Oh, that's when they're going to change it. Okay. To include 10% base plus 20% fentanyl. Ah, interesting. China tariff restrictions to exceed 100%. Okay, that happened. Okay, so this was it. Going for the 900 now. Look at that. ES looks different. Almost. Yeah, sure. I can link it. Sure, absolutely. I just have to log into the YouTube chat because I can't type on my OBS. I don't know why, but I can't type there. Just a second. So here's the website, financialjuice.com. Save it to your bookmarks and you can read this stuff. Yeah, fentanyl, that's what it says. Yeah. You're welcome, Martin. Yeah, gamers, they have $148 on the 50K account, and I think $140 on the 25K. But don't buy bigger than 50K account, in my opinion, because the activation fee for the 100K account is 230 or something, so it's not worth it. But yeah, 148. Yeah, shenanigan. Most likely. US to spend 24% duty rate for 90. Reuters is saying this. Okay. Lots of positive news, I guess. You need my opinion. Right. What about? Of what about? Holding trades long because of the trailing drawdown. If I trade one mini, I can take profit faster, like 25 pounds per second. Please hold more trade way longer. I'm not sure what to do. I think 500. Well, Ron, the thing is, this thing has more than one moving parts here. It depends where you put your stop loss. With micros, it's easier to manage risk because you can calculate your risk a little bit more precise than with the mini. With the mini, you cannot take partials and etc. etc. Depends on which one is your entry time frame. Depends what is your entry model. Depends what size is your account. Depends on your experience, chart time. So there are moving factors on this. If it's a problem for you to hold trades longer, then you can stick with like relatively bigger size, even with micros. If you're aiming for 20-25 points, I mean, for example, even if you go with the 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio on a 50K account. Hey Raj, thank you so much. Have a good one. Have a whiskey and sleep. All right. Have a good one, Raj. So Ron, normally I'm aiming for like 50 points. Yannick's is short from 810. Nice. Let's go, Yannick's. 50K PA. Okay. So you have a 50K PA. It doesn't really matter which prop firm that is, because with a 50K PA account, usually you have $2,000 or $2,500 of wiggle room to trade with, right? If you don't have a daily loss limit. And like if you go in with the mini and you're going with like 20-30 points, even with a risk to reward ratio of 1-to-1, you are risking like $500-600 ish on a single trade. That is a lot of risk in my standards, by the way. I'm just saying that's a lot of risk on a funded account. Maybe on an eval I go crazy, yeah, but for me that's a lot of risk. Yeah, it's a lot of risk. Your risk should not be more than like $200 or $300, and that would be the ultimate maximum. My risk on a 50K account per trade, funded account that is, not evaluation, on a funded account is no more than usually average $150, 150 ish. That's the most risk I take on a funded trade on a 50K account. I know it's like not too much. I'm trying to aim for my obviously 1-to-2 risk to reward, which is not always doable. My average risk to reward ratio is about 1.2, 1.3 maybe. So what I can say is if I take $150 risk, maybe I can get out with like $200, 150 at least. So if I make like 2 nice trades on the day, I make like $300 to $500 on one account. I just move away from that specific account. So that's how I ease the stress, and I go with micros. So what I would do, size down a little bit, maybe stay with micros, risk a little bit less, and go for the 20 points. That's what I would do. Maybe go for the 20 points, 30 points, but don't go with one mini. Go with like 5 micros per se, but it's depending on your stop loss and your take profit level. You know, you have to calculate that, but you will get there. Trump will announce something. Oh, nice. 50K accounts anywhere. Yeah, Pence. Tight stop loss is okay to risk more. So it's up to you, obviously. We're going for 900. There you go. Do we have it? What was the high here? 900. So it tapped 900. I was actually thinking to go in or not. Yeah, so as Louis says, keep in mind you have $2,000 or $2,500. That's the buying power. That's the leverage you have. Now, ask yourself the question: if you would put in like $2,500 from your own money to a futures trading account from your own money, how much would you risk from that $2,500? I highly doubt that you would go with one mini. I would not go with one mini. That's for sure. No. If I would have my own personal $2,500 trading account, I think the average size would be like 1 or 2 micros. That's it. That's it. And I would filter out the A plus trade as much as I can. So that's the issue. Have to size down is what I think. Yeah, exactly. Like Martin says, like if you size down, you're gonna find everything much less stressful. It's gonna be easier to focus on holding a trade. And by the way, this is your answer for the question. If you size down to micros, it's gonna be easier to hold the trade longer. Much easier. Anyway, until I switch over ES and trading with 1 to max 2 micros. This market is yeah, Sharpnel. Well, it depends, gamers. If you like to trade with bigger size, then obviously you need bigger buying power or leverage. So if the 100K, I don't even know how much the 100K gives you, like 3,000 or 3,500, depends on which prop firm. So, for example, I know that Take Profit Trader gives you $4,500 on the 150K account and no scaling plan. So if you want to go bigger, obviously you have bigger room there. And this is like, that's why I said that the answer for these kind of questions, the answer is multiple questions, like lots of questions regarding how you trade, what you trade, about your personality, your emotions, chart time, experience, lots of factors coming in. You cannot just say that, okay, use 5 micros. No, it's not that simple. It's not complicated either, but it's not a question that can be answered with a number. Yeah, live money always hurts. MyFundedFutures. Yeah, MyFundedFutures, I think it gives you 4,000, 45. Depends on if it, I think it goes for the expert. Let me check it. Expert accounts. Expert. The starter plus drawdown is 4,500. That's good. And the expert also. Yeah, 45. The 100K is 3,000. Yeah. 3,000. So there's maybe 100K. But if you spend this kind of 3K is good. I would say then go with the 150K because the difference is not too big. I mean, between the 50 and the 100K, if you need more leverage, buying power. Also remind that Ram said buy stocks. Oh, yeah. Ali, good morning. Welcome. Good morning. What do I use? Well, currently I'm trading with multiple prop firms. I'm not even connected to everything yet. I have funded accounts with Apex, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I have Bulenox funded accounts, 3. I have Funded Futures Network funded accounts. I had Take Profit Trader funded accounts. I had a MyFundedFutures funded account, but I cashed out and closed the account. But I'm restarting with the Starter Plus. Usually I go with the 50Ks all the time. Like 95% of the time I use 50Ks. We took a long trade on eval somewhere here, and we were a little bit lucky with the news. So my TP was at 715. Yeah, what a pop, Ollie. Yeah. Made 825 on gold. What a drop on gold, by the way. Closed out. Well, my TP was here. I entered here somewhere around 570s. And I exited up there, here. Because my target was the order block / supply zone high. But news came out and obviously busted through that level. So that's why. Gilbert, hello. The news? China lowered the tariffs for goods against the US to 10% for 90 days. They tore gold up? Yeah, that was the news, Master Scalper. China lowered the tariffs to 10% from 125. Gold is dumpy. Yeah, gold is pooping the bed right now. Yeah. The deal has happened, technically. It's only for 90 days, but hopefully they will figure it out in those 3 months now. What a move here. And that's why gold is also dumping. Risk appetite. Everybody wants more risk, so they are dumping gold, moving into stocks. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the pre-market open here at 4 a.m. That's going to be an interesting one. The reason I closed it is because I was on a negative cycle. I need to cut that cycle. I needed to cut that cycle. I blown 2 evals and the funded account with MyFundedFutures, and I tried to look at it as a business perspective as well, since I'm managing more accounts. So I was up $1,074 on that account. So there's a deal right now going on with the Starter Plus account. So I decided that I'm going to take the $1,074, which gives me a net positive result for the month with MyFundedFutures, and I'm going to buy another Starter Plus account. So I cashed out in the hopes that I can make it back with a Starter Plus, and that's why I made the decision. So I wanted to stay ahead of the curve, but yeah, nothing wrong. I mean, nothing wrong with MyFundedFutures in that terms or anything. I decided it. I made that decision to stay cash flow positive, and so I'm continuing with MyFundedFutures on the Starter Plus. There is a 20% deal right now. And by the way, if any one of you guys are new with MyFundedFutures, 50% off for brand new users at MyFundedFutures if you use the discount code. So, and by the way, since we're talking about that, I know you guys love the commercial, but here's the time to take a commercial until we wait, okay? So, are you looking for the best available deals? Don't forget, use the best code for prop firms, which is Tom Sabo. You can get the best deals at MyFundedFutures, Take Profit Trader, Bulenox, Apex, and all the rest. The best pass-through rate, a little bit of luck and hope, and obviously all the good things waiting for you on the other side with Tom Sabo's live streams. Sponsored by Dom Sabo Live. All right. I went crazy. I know. What the cheapest eval right now? Green. The cheapest evaluation right now is Bulenox and Apex. Bulenox 50K is $29.75. And with Apex, I think it's $33. With DAYTRADERS, it's $37, but there's no monthly subscription. Just saying. So, it's up to you. Oh, thank you, Donna. Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you for the support. And by the way, I do appreciate the support from anyone and everybody. Even if you're just watching the stream, thank you so much. Keeps the business rolling. Being here full time, of course. Man, I so want to change that balance and to be able to make those big payouts like the big traders do. I'm still slowly scaling it up there. It needs smoother practice. Okay, I will do that. Yeah, Naomi. Something like that. I don't know where's Natasha. She might be here, lurking somewhere in the background, but I think she was still sick last week. I'm not sure. Intraday trading drawdown rule is diabolical. Yeah. Well, Bulenox has the same too. DayTraders has this too. But you know, once you get to that safety net, it's basically turning into static count. So, including activation fee is MyFundedFutures starter account. If you're a brand new customer, you can get a MyFundedFutures 50K starter account for $48, no activation fee. And if you're not new, then you can get an extra 5% with my code. You can get it for $92, I think, with no activation fee. Maybe TRADEIFY is a bit cheaper. I'm not sure, but yeah. By the way, if you're the only thing, I don't have a custom code with TRADEIFY, but if you prefer to use TRADEIFY, please do the favor for the stream to click on my link and use the actual code, which is SPRING, that gives you the best available discount. They told me I'm not going to get a custom code until I'm not referring enough customers to their prop firm. So I don't have a custom code, but if you use my link and you use the code SPRING, that's going to give some credit to the stream, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Isham, good morning. 1500 short from passing. Nice. Well, it's not that much, gamers. That's Gamers Paradise. That's doable. They're not far. I am still thinking if I should jump into any kind of trades here. Thank you so much, Green. Let's go. Insane candle. Yeah, that was the news, Notave. China deal on tariffs. They lowered it down from 125% to 10% on goods against the US, so that's positive news. Short at 92. Day traders, any good? Well, they paid me out. I only had one payout with them, but they paid me. That's it. So there was no issue with them. Top 1 futures. I never tried them, never looked into that. I saw some negativity circling in social media on Twitter. I mean on X, and I don't know much about them. I know that they retroactively changed some rules again or something. I don't know. They denied some payouts. That's all I know. Nothing else. I never tried them. I heard about them many times. Maybe I'll try them out. But anyway. Hey, see you later, Chaz. Thanks for dropping in. Thank you. Have a good one. Close under the bullish fair value gap on the 5. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Still no structure shift. We could be pulling back lower. How much their activation fee? $130. 130 lifetime. Yeah, activation. Well, that's where they make the money, really. It's not really just the cheap upfront cost is the thing when they lurk everybody in the doorstep. You know, they want you to step inside for a cheap price, and I get it. I see the business model here. Also, TopStep has the same business model. Like all these, like cheap price, step in. You know, step in. Once you hit the requirement, just pay the fee, and that's where they make the other big chunk of money. But hey, obviously prop firms are heavily profit orientated companies or firms, so this is how business goes. They paid 8% of their revenue, which would yeah. If they paid out like 80%, I think it was 87. Their CEO even admitted that they paid out 85 or 87% of their revenue. So that's a big number. And I also was reading a comment from TRADEIFY's Brett Simba somewhere that they should keep it under 50% at maximum, the revenue payouts, if they want a long-term sustainable prop firm. So those are interesting percentages. So 87 or 85% paid out in revenue, that they're barely making profits, and it's just not sustainable, because once some better or good traders pour into the system, they're gonna wipe them clean in like 2 weeks. So imagine the CEO confirmed that they are down 85% on revenue. Imagine some big trader, good trader, comes in to their prop firm and they make like an enormous profits in 2 weeks. They're gonna wipe them out in a few weeks if they don't do anything about. They are bleeding money heavy bleeding. Top 1 future. If they stop the bleeding, That's okay. And the only way to stop the bleeding is with more rules. That's the only way to stop the bleeding. Exactly. Like 87, even if 85. So you're left with 15% revenue. So imagine people are paying you, just for the round numbers, $1 million a month in evaluation fees and activation fees. $870,000 you pay back out to them, and we're not talking about upfront. Running costs, transaction fees, and all that such. You know, like they are basically on a vent right now. So that's a lot of payout in revenue, lot of payout. So they need to tighten the rules. So I have no issue if they are going with more rules, as long as they are like within the normal like expectations. But that's a lot of payout from their revenue. I think maybe that's why I'm not sure I want to for now I'm not sure I want to trade with them. Imagine if you're putting like 2 months of work, 3 months of work into trading with Top 1 Futures, and after like a month or two, they're just gonna say like, we're sorry, but our revenue is just turned into thin air because we just can't. We have a negative balance. So, and that's it. All your hard work is out the window. We broken structure. On the 5 minute we didn't, but on the 1 minute we broke structure multiple times. Like once we broke structure here, we broke structure here, and now we broke structure here. So we have multiple market structure shifts seem like happening. Is this enough? I'm not sure. So on the 1 minute, multiple structure shifts happening, and continuation shift as well right here. But anyway, please. Good morning, least estimator. What up? To be honest, I think it just wants to pick liquidity. I mean, the next liquidity level on the 5 minute, not far actually. It's at 817 on the micro. And let's look at on the mini. 816.50. Okay, I think we're low-hanging fruit for scalpers is that 17. Yeah. Let's see. I took a small scalp at 35. Actually, still 36. I took a small scalp aiming for 18 on the micro. It's a scalp trade, so nothing super special. Here it is. It's a scalp position. I'm just looking for 5-minute liquidity down there. Nothing more. I don't like scalping. I'm not good in scalping. I'm not copy trading this. But if it goes down, it's awesome. If not, then so be it. So yeah, it looks like a trap, Naomi. Be careful. Be careful. I'm actually thinking to I mean, I'm gonna hold my finger on the flat button here. If it goes crazy, I'm just gonna exit with like a smaller loss if I can. So my TP is at 18. Only on one funded account. I'm not copy trading this because this one could be a trap. It could be a sell trap here. Gotta be real careful. I'm gonna give some room for it to breathe. If it wants to come back down to the 40s a little bit, maybe it's okay. Not a huge fan of this move. Look at that. It does it. Just like in the trap. Oh man, my finger is on the flat button. Looking to push it. I don't care. I pushed it. I exited. I don't like scalping actually. But hey, how much I made? At least it wasn't a funded account. I made $100. I take it any day. I made $100 on one of my Apex accounts. Look at that. Yay, $105. Awesome. But almost at payout level. Actually, I'm gonna work more on this. So not a big deal. But still, I think it should go lower. It should take out 17.25 on the there you go. There you go. Should have held it. There's my TP. Ah, the FOMO. The FOMO. Yeah, that's why I don't like scalping. The FOMO actually makes me crazy. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Exactly. This is the typical shoulda, woulda, coulda. But hey, at least it was on a funded account. $105 in a London session. I take it anytime. Not complaining. What is happening? Gold is still down there. Oh, it's still down there. It's having a hard time. I'm not gonna jump into a short here. Gotta have to wait. We have pre-market open real soon. So what about the CPI news? Is it gonna be tomorrow? Is CPI okay? All right. Tomorrow we have CPI news. I'm actually very curious now about the pre-market open. Very, very curious. Are we going back up there? That's the question. We still have 2 minutes. We still have 2 minutes. Oh man, just waiting for pre-market open. Waiting for pullback. 20 seconds and we'll see how the pre-market open is going to react. We're going to check on NVIDIA and the others as well. So here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, nothing. All right. Nothing is happening. Well, I guess the market is already priced in. So above for 840. Kind of sounds good. But well, nothing on, no structure on the 5 minutes. So if you're looking to use the 1 minute, like 840 is good. Yeah, we have that swing there. We have an order block. If your entry model is just entering on a break, why not? The problem is we have that gap still down there. And we have this news candle here on the 1 minute. So let's just take this away. It's irrelevant now. And we have a sell side liquidity at 728. It seems like the pre-market open didn't do too much. Nvidia gap. Oh wow, look at that. Nvidia just went up crazy, just like Tesla. It should be popping NQ higher, right? Short at 836. I don't know. I'm still not sold on the idea to go short, but you know, if we break below 785, maybe I can jump into another scalp, but I'm gonna wait for a little bit. Whoa! Hey, Jakob Kunurkaya. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Lulz. US bulls generally don't step in aggressively until market open. Yeah, I thought so. Maybe that could be the issue. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I have to wait for the 9:30. But you know, the news came out, and like I feel like that the market is already priced in. So what could happen at the New York Open? Is it just gonna, you know, pump another like 100 or 200 points? We have that gap on the downside. Going long against 780. I see. There was a structure. No, there's no structure shift on the 5 minute. Better be careful here. 785. Ooh, you caught that. Hey, Jakob. Well, that was China made a deal with the United States on tariffs. They lowered the tariffs on goods from 125% to 10% for 90 days. Actually, you can check it on financialjuice.com. So you go to financialjuice.com. It's a free website. You don't even have to register. And you can read all the headlines here. That was the cause of the pump. Anyway, they went down to 10%. That's it. That's it. Going down again. You're welcome. Going down again. Why do I feel like that 728 could be a place to go? I'm not gonna jump in. Not yet, but looks good for maybe scalping. Gold definitely took a huge hit as well. Gold took a nice hit. Sold at 820. Took the short. Yeah, be careful. If it keeps melting down, 728 could be a good target. That's the news candle here at London Open. I mean, the London Open candle, if I may say. So 728 could be definitely an interesting target. Let's see. I took a short trade. Only with one micro. Very small position. Nothing fancy. Risking about 90 bucks and that's it. One micro. I'm just curious if this one wants to sweep that 728. If it's not going for it, it's totally fine. I'm perfectly fine with it. Unfortunately, it's not going my way. Pounds again at 730. Trap the shorts. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. Yeah. Yeah. I was hoping for at least a meltdown, but now it just wants to maybe go higher. Oh, I was expecting some kind of a retracement, but I was hoping that it's not gonna trade above the 40s, and we can go down below the 30s here to sweep that level. Anyway, if we go back up there, we can still do something. Oh, maybe not. Maybe only at the 9:30 open. Yeah, it might gonna stay open. Yeah, Ron. $20 with 4 micros. Let's go. Be careful. I'm just looking for like a very small trade here. Partially to flip some accounts. But we'll see. So it's not gonna be a big loss for me. With commissions, it shouldn't be more than $90. I don't know. I have mixed feelings with this trade. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. No. Well, what can we do? We can't do anything with this. If this is what the market wants, we have to accept it. I'm afraid that it's just gonna bounce higher. Unfortunate. Yeah. Unfortunate. If I zoom it in. Whoa! Skumar, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Hey. Uh-oh. Well, that's it. We might, what's the high here? 38.25. Yeah, unfortunately, we might be popping that. Yeah, let me check something real quick. Oh yeah, unfortunately. It is what it is. Yeah. It is what it is. We tried. We tried. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Okay. We're out. Well, I tried. 1 micro. I'm not risking more on this. So yeah, okay, that's fine. Fine too. Yeah, I lost 90 bucks. With commission. It's okay. You here. Hey. Yes, I stream and trade every day, Kumar. And despite the fact that you're looking that we took a loss here, sometimes we do win. Yeah, I stream on London session and New York too. London and New York. I can proudly say I took multiple payouts from multiple prop firms now. Still a long way to go through the journey, but we're here every day. Every day. All right. I'm trying to learn how to read footprint chart. Well, footprint chart. I have no idea how to read footprint chart. Yeah, Malo. Hey, $3,000, Malo. Congratulations. All you had to do is fade me right now. Thanks, Kumar, for joining and following. I appreciate you're here. Welcome. Malo, congratulations. If anyone's new here, Malo is a money-making printing machine. $3,000. You should walk away and rest for the rest of the day. Tomorrow is CPI, by the way. Maybe you have to, you know, save everything. Save the accounts for CPI. We had a beautiful trade, by the way. We traded this news candle. I entered to long position, and we were just like celebrating here when it hit the. I think we were targeting 715, so that was a nice trade. 3 new master accounts, 3,105. Let's go. Payout is near the corner. Oh, you should be getting it next week. Nice job. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it here because I'm not going to enter any trade until the New York session. We had a nice long position. I scalped a nice one earlier than this, and I had this loss. So overall, it's a positive session. I like it, but I'm not going to force anything. I think it's just going to go sideways, by the way. Here's the 5 a.m. kill zone time. So I think this is what's going to happen. Just sideways action. So I'm not going to do it. It's not my type of trades. Anyway, thank you, everybody, so much for watching. And as always, here's the commercial. If you would like to support the channel, and if you would like to get the best pass-through rates, and the best discounts, the best prices, and a little bit of luck, don't forget to use my cheat code for prop firms, which is Tom Sabo. Use it for the best available discounts and all these prop firms that you see on the banner and everything. And support the channel. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Was sponsored by Tom Sabo's live YouTube. All right. That was the commercial. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I'll be back for New York session. God bless you all. And again, God bless you all. Cheers, everybody.